This tutorial begins with the practical exercise, and where we are going to go now is to set up a new company in QuickBooks. First thing we need to do is, by looking at pages 1 and 2 of the practical exercise, on page 2 we are supplied with the company details. It is important to note that if you haven't done so already, please go into Moodle in week 5 and look at the tutorials on getting around in QuickBooks, creating a company in QuickBooks, and QuickBooks Bookkeeping Basics Essential Training from lynda.com. So back to the exercise. First thing we're being asked to do is to understand the key factors to consider when creating a new company. Once we have those information and we understand the difference between the different types of income accounts, cost of goods sold and expense accounts in the chart of accounts, it is time now to start creating the new company. In QuickBooks, we go to File and New Company. We have two options. We can go through the interview, as we saw in the demonstrations or tutorials in week 5. We can go through the start interview process, which would take around 30 minutes. Or in this instance, and going forward, all we need to do is click on the skip interview to get to the key information in this process. By clicking on skip interview, it asks us for the company name. The cursor is at this point, so back to the exercise, and we can see that the company name is It's My Business, and then it gives you an option to include your name too. So by highlighting it, copy, back to QuickBooks, paste it, and again change this option, and it is important to put your name in. In this case we'll say it's Joe Blogs, and once that is done, simply click on the Tab key, which is above the caps lock on your keyboard, and the name will appear again. Again, the street address is required. It's optional in this case, but simply go back to the company information, highlight, copy, back into QuickBooks, and paste, and continue on putting in the information. Now, the most important thing to note in this window is to make sure that the country code is flagged not in the UK, which is the default for QuickBooks 2010, but click on the drop down list and click on Ireland. What this does is it will provide the VAT rates in accordance with revenue legislation in this country. Click on Next. How is the company organized? Again, the information from page 2 tells us it's a limited company. Check that box, click Next. Again, from the information we can ascertain that the financial year starts in January. No need to choose a month, but the option is there if required. Click on Next. We're told in the information that the type of industry is a general service based business, which again is the second from the bottom in the window that I'm just pointing to here now. And as you click on that, it will provide the following accounts in your chart of accounts, and you can scroll up and down to see what you have there. They can be added, deleted, amended as we go on. Click on Next. It is now time to create a file. Click Finish. It will ask you to save it in a particular destination folder. This is fine. Just click on Save. And again, in a short time, the file will be created, and you will see here on the information bar in QuickBooks the name of the company with It's My Business, Joe Blogs Limited. You can see now on your screen the name has appeared on the information bar. The following message relates to payroll. This is not relevant for Ireland, as this payroll is only applicable in the UK, so we can just simply click OK to ignore that. At this stage now, the files have been generated and this new company has been created and can be further amended in the company information, or we can start entering data directly into this company. If I go back to page 2, we can put in more information. For example, the telephone number may not have been put in the initial setup, so if we capture that, copy it, go back into QuickBooks, and because it is company information, on the menu bar, if we point and click to the company, a drop down appears and we go to company information, and again insert this information into the phone section here. Back to QuickBooks, we can see as well the VAT number. Highlight, copy it into QuickBooks, and at this point here in the VAT registration number, paste it. Click OK, that information will be saved, and all the relevant information from this page has been entered. You have VAT codes already set up in QuickBooks, and this is because by checking the Ireland country in the drop-down menu, these will automatically appear. To show this, we go back to QuickBooks, go to the VAT button on the menu bar, click on the drop-down list, go down to VAT code list, maximize the screen, and you will see you've got the resale items at 13.5, non-resale at 13.5, standard resale, and standard non-resale. Close this window, and we're back at the home page. This is how you create a company in QuickBooks.